Any luck tracking down Billy?
Nope, nada.
We checked his house, went by his office. No one's seen him in a couple days. What about you?
I'm running a program to pinpoint his cell signal. Got it. He's about 30 miles away and moving.
Text me a nearby address.
Where are you going?
With her.
No, you're not.
Yeah, Huck's right. This guy could be dangerous.
You're more of an office guy.
Then I'll hide behind her. But I'm going.
Fine, your funeral.
Supportive coworkers. Nothing like it.
Hi. Hello,
Hi.
gladiator.
Hello, gladiator.
Ish.
Ish.
You're like a real one. I'm
Yeah.
a one.
Well,
A
anyone
fan.
who watches the show, we call them gladiators.
Okay, can we please talk about the mid-season finale and how that was literally some of the best television ever?
It was pretty amazing. Yeah, it was really shocking. Did you guys all like it? Yeah!
We learned that Olivia Pope is in fact not cut out to be
The first lady
Yeah,
of
the
the,
first lady
of
of
the United
picking out
States
China.
of America.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't really her
She dumps
bag.
the president.
She dumps the president. It is not for her. Which was really, I know, there's a lot of like Olitz fans that are just like losing their minds. But we come back after a 6-month time jump.
Okay.
So anything is possible, you guys. Anything
Oh,
is
don't
possible.
even tease. She moved the piano back in her.
That's it. Right.
I mean,
Right.
I think Quinn was the only one that had a happy ending in that episode.
I did. Quinn was so bummed. It was Christmas and she had no one to spend Christmas with and she has no family and Huck's like off doing his Huck thing and Marcus is the new guy and she clearly doesn't want to spend Christmas with him. And then Charlie just shows up at her door, that
With a little
weirdo
tree
spy.
stole.
I know. He is just the best. When we were shooting that scene, he did it as a joke too. Like I think it'll probably be on the gag reel maybe, but every single time I opened the door to the apartment, he would do something to try to throw me, like have a shirt off or like wearing some other weird crap on his head or whatever it is. And which was really such a lovely actor thing to do because I have to cry. I'm like, dude, come on, help a girl out.
Yeah. Stop making me laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
What has been, and I know this is probably going to be tough for you to answer on the spot, but in 5 years of the show, what's been the moment that's shocked you the most? Because remember, guys, they don't get the scripts until the week they're shooting the episode.
Right.
So
We
it's
get
not
our
like you
scripts
get
for the first time at the table read. So we read them cold in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And it's the first time we find out like new things about our character or this moment, which will forever go down to me as the biggest shocker. When we got to the moment when it's the end of, I think it was season 2 or 3, when she looks at Joe Morton and she says, "Dad?" Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Literally, like everyone was screaming, having a heart attack, peeing on themselves, like whatever it is. It was just probably the biggest OMG moment. And then for Quinn personally, it was probably like the first script I read when they were like, and now Quinn and Huck start getting it on, which was crazy. And I was like, oh my God. I mean,
Okay.
Guillermo and I are like best friends in real life, so it was like, okay, and now we're gonna make out with our best friends. And then also we had to have this like long conversation about like, okay, we're not gonna make out like Olivia and Fitz do because I think Quinn and Huck are very different from them. So we gotta really go for it. Like these are killers and spies and torturers, so like their idea of making out is something like that.
So what can you say? Can you say anything about what's coming up?
No.
Okay, great. So the interview's over.
I can say we jump 6 months ahead. I think you guys have probably seen the promos, like that Olivia Pope is like in a red coat, which is crazy because I know in 5 seasons I have never seen Olivia Pope
always worn the
wearing
white
color.
one, yeah.
She's always wearing white or a neutral or a gray or a nude, something like that. So I think you can take that to know that some changes internally that are going on with Olivia are expressing themselves externally. So there are sides of Olivia that you have not yet seen. As far as Quinn is concerned, Quinn is just power walking the S word out of the whole episode and the whole, from what I can tell so far. She's just power walking, taking names, kicking butt. Like it's so not like me in real life. It's amazing to like have to power walk behind Kerry Washington for 5 seasons. She can do it in heels. I don't know if you guys noticed when I was like walking up and down here, but I'm like, I ain't so great
She
at
can
that.
dance in heels. She's all good.
Dancing's good.
playing it.
Dancing's good. Running Man. That's my go-to.
Do you, what goes through your head when you go to work, considering, I mean, so much has been written. You and I talked about this backstage a little bit about the lack of female juicy female roles.
Yeah.
There's a producer that's been tweeting like female actress descriptions.
Yeah, God.
And he's like, you know, lithe, beautiful, young, in her 20s, vibrant, and saucy. Like, that's literally the character description.
It's so...
And you guys clearly don't have that.
It's really, I forget in Shondaland. I live in this, I guess, magical, which is sad to say, but I live in this magical universe where people of all shapes, sizes, color, and age are equally represented in front of the camera and behind the camera. Mm-hmm. And so that's how I get to go to work every day. And I forget, I forget until I'm out in the real world and I'm reading articles and seeing what's going on in the rest of our industry, that's not how it is everywhere else, which sucks.
What kind of boss is Shonda?
Oh my God. You guys, Shonda's literally like, well, first of all, she saved my life. So there's that. She gave me the role of Quinn Perkins, which changed and forever like saved my life, and she's amazing. But she also is she's such a cool person to work for because she is so strong and so smart, and she's also just very compassionate. And I feel like it's why she's so successful. Like she's just really good at being a leader, and we all follow by her example. And then the perfect combination. I mean, her and Kerry Washington together is like the two like big leaders of our show. I'm so lucky. I don't know when this will ever come around again because I get to work in front of the camera and behind the camera with two of the most inspiring all-around human beings I've ever met.
Yeah, Kerry Washington's pretty awesome. I can't lie.
No, she's absurd. Like, I've never heard her complain. She is nothing but always classy. I call her for advice on everything, like literally from like what to wear to what do I say yes to marital stuff. I mean, she's literally like just a dear, dear close friend and a mentor.
What is your relationship like with her compared to Quinn and Olivia's?
That is really, Carrie and I are really close in real life. And then I think Katie and Carrie, we're really close in real life, and we kind of mirror Olivia and Quinn in the way of like, I definitely look up to her, I go to her for advice and things like that. But I think as far as the characters are concerned, I think like the sun rises and sets on Olivia for Quinn. I think she is like the end all be all for Quinn. And not to say that Kerry Washington isn't for me, she is. But I just think that fierce loyalty that Quinn has is pretty, I mean, Quinn has gone to the ends of like moral behavior for Olivia.
And Olivia, I presume, is going to go back to the office now, right? But you can't.
You shall see. You shall see. You shall see. It's yeah. I know. I can't tell you anything. I suck. I'm so sorry, guys. I suck so bad.
You don't suck at all. It is how it is.
It's so you guys tune in. It's just so you guys tune in and watch, and that's how you find out. Not through me. No one wants to hear me talk about it. Just tune in, watch, and then you'll see.
So, take me through your table reads on Monday. How does that work?
Insane. We have one. We have one tomorrow morning. It's so exciting.
Tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We have one tomorrow morning.
So you're flying back tonight.
I'm flying back tonight. Yes. So they're crazy. You get there and it's like a huge love fest because the show is split up between the White House and OPA. So a lot of times we don't get to see the White House actors very much unless we're at a table read. So it's like a big, huge family reunion where we first spend the first 10 minutes like getting food and hugging the crap out of each other, all that. And then the scripts come and they all get laid out on the table and they're still warm from being just being copied and printed. Like that's how hot off the presses they are. And then Shonda goes around and she has a little card that says your name on it and your character's name. And where she places them is always like very telling because sometimes she'll move Olivia over to sit next to Jake Ballard, and then sometimes she'll move her to sit next to Fitz, and then sometimes Quinn will be next to Hawk, and then sometimes Quinn will be next to Charlie. So you can like all of a sudden you're like reading into, oh my God, what does it mean? Why are we sitting next to each other? Oh my God, do we have scenes together? What's happening in our storyline? Also, she'll put out cards of like maybe characters we haven't seen in a while that come back, and then that person will walk in, and then we scream and we can't believe it, and then we read the scripts and it's really rowdy, like really rowdy. It is not. I mean, look, we've had some really serious episodes where it's more quiet and focused, but for the most part, we kind of listen to the table reads like bad audience members in a movie theater. Like, we're like, woo, 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 and like, oh, and like, you know, like screaming and pointing and like cursing and like, so, you know, whenever you guys have an OMG moment, we feel that at the table read, and then someone's like, Twitter's gonna blow up, you know, So there's a lot of that in the table read, and it's really fun, and it's really raucous, and it's so fun. So fun.
And then you guys have 24 hours, right?
And then we have sometimes less than 24 hours.
memorize
Like
your
sometimes table reads are at 6 p.m. and then you're first up at 8 o'clock in the morning the next day, and you can have a 4-page monologue that you're running home to put in your head. The good news is that the writing's good, so it goes in there easy.
Yeah.
Easier than writing that isn't.
It is. It's just so cool to see a show that is so reflective of women's issues, like the Planned Parenthood.
Oh my!
filibuster.
That episode was incredible.
Incredible.
Melly doing the filler. Yeah, I can't believe. Like, I'm part of a show where everyone's cool and nice and inspiring, and then on top of it, I'm on a show that deals with subject matter that's taken right from the headlines and from the news and commenting on it. Oh my God, you guys, wait till you see the back half of the season. Like, what Shonda is doing. And the ideas and thoughts she has about the political landscape that which we find ourselves now. Oh my God, it's
crazy.
Oh,
right,
it's such juicy material for our show, which is awesome to be on a political show during a political season, during election time. But yeah, the Planned Parenthood episode was amazing. Melly had to filibuster for Planned Parenthood, and she had to say the funding, and she had to say all the things that our country spends money on. And by the way, you guys, all those things are true. Like all those facts that you're like, no way could our country possibly spend money on monkey testing or something.
Some crazy thing.
Yeah, so those were all true. That's all true research. And then, of course, the huge moment, Olivia Pope had an abortion, and that's just crazy to put on, you know, network television. And thank you, ABC, for taking the risk and really putting it out there, and to see like a hero from a TV show going through a big life choice like that, and Shonda just being like, she sees a line that people don't cross, and she's like, oh yeah, watch me, right?
What's been the most challenging either episode or moment for you to film?
I think the most scared I was probably when I had to get my teeth ripped out, because
that's like a super common nightmare dream.
It's like huge for people. Like I also had to like lay for 12 hours on a wood floor, and I had like a duct tape bra on where they like wrapped my hands like this around my boobs, like as if he had wrapped me up.
Yeah.
So that's like literally what I wore for 12 hours. And then you're like having your mouth open. I mean, it was just like the only saving grace of the whole thing was that it was Guillermo, who's like the love of my life, and we had a safe word. He was like in between every take, he has like the mean Huck face that's like really scary, and then they call cut, and he's like, are you okay? Are you okay? Am I doing anything? Like, is everything all right? Like, you tell me, you know. He's so caring and loving, and so I felt very cared for. And we had to do all those teeth pulling scenes, and then the end of the night, on hour 15 or 16, I had to do a make-out scene with Charlie, and I was like, this is literally the most insane day ever. Like, it was so insane. I think the other hard scene I've done was I had to do this big scene with Charlie where we, like, kick the crap out of each other. And I don't, like... I mean, you think the power walking is hard for me, like an action sequence? Like, I'm like normal. Like, I don't do like, you
don't do like Krav Maga.
No, and I don't like box as a way to work out. Like, I'm just not that girl. So I'm like, I'm there with the fight choreographer, and we're like punching and kicking and flinging ourselves on the ground and, you know, breaking bottles over each other's heads. And I'm like, wow, how did I get here? A. B, thanks Shonda Rhimes for believing that I can do it. And it's the same thing with guns. Like they keep having to come on set and show me like how to look so cool. I don't. But hopefully it's believable to you guys.
No, it is very believable. And
Yay.
actually, are you good with technology?
No. Horrible.
You're killing me here.
No, sometimes they call cut because I'm typing like this.
This is like a super hacker.
And they say, yeah, like you have to hack, like you need to like really, use your fingers. And I'm like, oh my God, you're right. And then I'm like, like what am I even, it's acting.
Like space,
it's all
space,
acting.
turn.
I'm like, like refresh. Is this thing working? Turn it on, turn it off. I mean, I am not computer savvy at all.
At all.
No. Neither is Guillermo, though. We do a good job of faking it.
You guys fake it very
Our
well.
favorite things to do is like usually in between takes we're just going like this on the keyboard or like whatever we can because we're on hour 20 and we're just like losing our mind.
Do you have like hand warm-up exercises? No, I'm kidding.
I do for tweeting though.
You do?
Yeah, my thumbs I feel like I'm gonna have early onset Alzheimer's in my hands from like live tweeting. I literally the hours on a Thursday night where you are answering all the fans' questions, my hands are gonna fall off. It's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
I know, and they're not
Is
warmed
that
up.
what
We've had a
happens to
long
Quinn?
hiatus. We've had a long hiatus.
Wait. Did you just slip up? Is that what happens to Quinn? Her hands fall off?
That's exactly what happens to Quinn. Sorry, Shonda.
So when you were hired 5 years ago, did
Yes.
Shonda have the talk with you? As in, like, you have the part, now here's how we're going to go forward. You're not to go on red carpets and be like, in episode 4, this happened.
Yeah, she was really, they're really strict about, like, not leaving your script in your car if you park it on a street. Like, don't bring your script around in your backpack. Like, they're just crazy. And we had a couple leaks the first season, and once the show started to become successful and things would start to get leaked. It just was they're really strict. And so I just don't say anything. And I've spent 5 years trying to creatively and vaguely not answer anything.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I'm sorry for that, guys. I'm so sorry.
Well, I told you about my horrible Sex in the City situation, so
God.
we never want to repeat that.
No, we do not want to repeat that. It's just important. It's part of the show. Like, you guys, I don't even tell my parents anything, and I like tell them everything. And they have to tune in on Thursday nights just like you guys do.
Why do you think people are so obsessed with leaking spoilers? I feel like it just ruins it for everyone.
Yeah, I know. What the hell? Stop.
I always wonder about that.
Stop.
Like, why do you need to go to an early screening of a movie and then like reveal it? Like, remember when The Crying Game came out? How respectful everyone was.
They were, and that's just not the world we live in anymore. It's just all like who can get out the information the fastest and who's the first to report. I don't really know what's going on, but thank God it hasn't been by mistake me yet.
Yeah.
Oh God, please, let's not have it be at this AOL build.
It won't, I promise. You're doing really well. So far, we
Thank
know
you, Donna.
nothing except
Thank
that
you.
she wears a red coat.
And Quinn is having no hands.
Yes.
That would be
How
insane.
she will hack with her hands is, she could do voice-activated hacking.
Totally.
That totally makes
That's what's
sense.
happening.
Yes. Why do you think their romance didn't work out?
Look at this.
I know, right?
Oh my God. Well, I think it's one of those classic stories of when you want something so badly and you've wanted it for so long, and then all of a sudden you get what you wanted, and it's nothing what you thought it was going to be. Especially and I don't mean that in a matter of like their love. I mean that in just the situation they're in. He's the president of the United States. Sorry, but the dude's got like big responsibilities. And she's a woman who wants to have her job and Olivia Pope and Associates thrive. So I don't know. I don't know what's in store for them. I go so back and forth on them. It's crazy. And I think most people do as well. Like there's one episode. I mean, look, there's diehard Olitz fans that are like all over my Twitter feed that are like ready to like just walk into traffic when they're not together. Which, guys, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's a TV show. Thank you for being passionate.
He's not really the
They're
president.
fake, not real characters. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I go back and forth, and God forbid if you even say that like Olivia should be with Jake Ballard. I mean, my whole Twitter feed will be filled with like hate.
Why?
I think he by accident like pushed her in an episode in like season 2, and one time on a red carpet, just because I wanted to mix it up. I said, "Yeah, I'm Team Jake fan, Oleg," and then for the next like 2 days, it was like, "You think men should abuse women?" And I was like, okay. Like, it's just, but hey, people are really passionate, which means they're watching and they have opinions, and that's all good for the show.
No, it is great for the show. And do you guys ever, I mean, Shonda seems like a pretty incredible writer, but do you guys ever tell her, like, this is going a little too far? Or no? Okay.
I don't. Shonda, yeah, no. Shonda had this rule, I think, when we started the show. She said to us, okay, so after the table read, you have 24 hours to email me any thoughts, questions, concerns about the character and the script for this week.
That's really cool that she does that.
So cool and very collaborative. And so in those 24 hours, like she might say, oh my God, that is a really good idea. I want to do that, or not. You know, like she's very open to your thoughts and things. But she has a much bigger, broader sense of what's coming down the pipe for us, and we don't. So I don't think I've ever emailed her. I'm like, what am I possibly gonna, like, she's a genius. Like, the writers are geniuses. Like, they got Quinn covered. They're doing a great job. Like, I have nothing but the utmost trust and faith in them and their process. And I think the most I email her is like, do you think Quinn's hair is up or down in that sex scene? And she'll get back to me in 1 second. She'll be like, nope, it's up. He's got to pull on it or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Isn't that crazy to think like 6 years in advance, like 6 years ahead? To be like, this is what she does today because 5 years from now, the following has to happen.
She's gone on record saying she knows how the show ends and everything, which I've never gotten her drunk enough for her to tell me, which stinks. But yeah,
that would be my goal.
Right? I know. But she knows supposedly like the whole layout of the whole thing. And it's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of moving parts.
That's a lot.
I just worry about Quinn and Quinning and Huckleberry Quinn and Charla Quinn and OPA, just kicking butt. Those are my concerns.
And let's face it, we knew Olivia would never make a good first lady. Come on.
Oh, come on.
She can't do that whole ribbon cutting.
No, it's China plate tours and it's just not her bag. Wait till you guys see.
So let's turn this over to the audience because maybe you guys will have better luck getting her to reveal something.
Come on, guys. I challenge you. No, I'm kidding.
Hi, Katie.
Hi.
First of all, I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
And also, when you had the teeth pulling scene was actually the day after I got my wisdom teeth pulled.
Wow.
So that was really fantastic.
Wow.
But I just want to know, we've seen so many sides of Quinn. Like season 1, she was like the very naive newcomer, and then she kind of turns into this badass killer like midway through, and now she's kind of like becoming like an OPA leader. So what side of Quinn do you really like playing the most?
I really like playing the OPA leader a lot. Where she is right now, I love playing someone who's like so smart and like so brave and so just in her element, I just really, really, really love that. I also think it's the hardest version of her I've played. I think that I'm far more similar to Quinn season 1. Like, the kind of bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, I think it's a lot of who I am as a person. So when I go on set and I'm Quinn now, I have to remind myself of like as soon as I get that walk on and like don't smile, I'm like, oh, right. This is Quinn. She's just really grounded and really grown up. So I have to remind myself more as an actress how to play her now. I hope your wisdom teeth feel good now. Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Good.
I was just curious if I noticed you were a director at the IMA Theater Company.
Yeah.
I was just curious if there are certain themes which you aim to support in doing so.
Oh yeah. So I'm a co-artistic director of a theater company called IAMA Theater Company in Los Angeles. If you're ever there, go to iamatheater.com, come see a show. I moved out to LA like 9 years ago with all my best friends from school. We were all waitresses and babysitters and unemployed actors, and we all just looked at each other like, what the hell are we doing with our lives? And so we started a small theater company where we put on like new work for like $50 because that's what we knew how to do, and it's really, really grown over the last 9 years. We won an Ovation Award last year for the best production in Los Angeles, and our plays have moved all over the country and all over the world, and it's probably my most it's the thing I'm most passionate about in LA. Like, making art with your friends is like it just gives me the most fulfilling feeling, and I love producing plays and watching my friends get up there. And really, you know, what's cool about Scandal is like I'm just my responsibility is the acting part, but what's cool about the theater company is that I take it from start to finish. I pick the plays, you know, with the other co-artistic directors. We cast them, we produce them, we're painting the sets, we're building the costumes, we're picking up the props from Lowe's hardware store, whatever it is. By the way, that's just coincidental, like Lowe's hardware store and not mine.
I just got that. I was like, what?
And then like to when the reviews come out and getting butts in seats, like, so that to me is like my baby. It's like what I've created from start to finish, and I love it.
And we have time for one more question, please.
Who else?
Make it a good one.
Hi.
I don't know about the good one, but
That's all right. That's all right. No pressure. Donna. Kidding.
with getting your teeth pulled out in the morning and
Yeah.
having a makeout session in the
Yeah.
afternoon and
Yeah.
responding to fans on Twitter because it's so
Yeah.
incredibly popular, how do you stay focused as an actor to be able to do what you need to do on set in the moment?
Yeah,
She drinks really heavily.
I do. No, I never on set, but on when I'm wrapped on a weekend, sure. You know, how do I do that? I always try to really take the moments before really seriously, like, and I think TV really trains you to literally like live tweet and then put your phone down and then, you know, really shake it up into your body and then just take a moment for yourself to think about, okay, where is my character coming from? Where is she going to? And what do I want from this person I'm talking to right now? And I find that when I ask myself those 3 questions right before action, it puts me right into, you know, what I need to get. And then really it's the most important thing in TV, it moves so fast, is being present, I think. I think listening is the biggest thing. And what's awesome about Scandal is everyone's so freaking good that, like, if I'm just there listening to Guillermo, I get affected and I'm right where I'm supposed to be, you know? Does that help?
And also, I think probably, I don't know.
No.
There's no, like, you go to a huge movie set, if you do a set visit, it's literally hurry up and wait. It's just hours
Yeah.
and hours.
Hours and hours.
Of downtime.
And of
sitting in your
downtime.
trailer.
And that's when we're tweeting, and that's when I'm
But you guys
running a
don't-
theater company.
You guys don't have that.
It's the crazy, I've never seen a show like this where, like, you get on set and you're used all day
Yeah.
until the end.
It's- 'cause
It's
we've had Karen here and she
exhausting,
said the
and
same
it's
thing.
not, it's very different. It's go, 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 go. I think the biggest turnaround we have is like 5 minutes, and that's when I'll tweet and stuff like that, especially on Thursday nights while we're shooting. But we also help each other out. Like, if I'm shooting on a Thursday night and I can only tweet a little bit, like, I'll tweet out, like, guys, I'm shooting a crazy scene right now, but, like, you know, Bellamy and Tony are there, they're off, they're tweeting, you know, so we kind of like carry each other a lot. So it's like multitasking waitressing, you guys.
Yes, when one of your waitresses
That's what I did.
is the junior senator from Virginia.
That's what.
Thank you so much, Katie,
Thank you,
who's
Donna.
Not from Lowe's Hardware.
Not from Lowe's Hardware Store. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for the questions and thank you for watching.
And Scandal comes back tomorrow night.
Woo, 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 woo.